Welcome to the broadcast. Now, President William Ruto is holding an executive retreat with his members of cabinet and principal secretaries in Naivasha. Now, the meeting which is going on, each cabinet secretary is expected to give their scorecard as well as a way forward for various issues arising in their respective ministries. Now, also attending the meeting are chairs of various committees and the Council of Governors who are submitting their various pleas for consideration by the executive. Let's cross over live to Naivasha now, where our reporter Ken Gashuhi will be bringing us the latest. Ken, good afternoon. Bring us the latest with regard to this retreat.
Good afternoon indeed. The retreat is still going on here, the meeting between the cabinet or the ministers and the president here at here in Ali.
Right, we'll be coming back to Ken Gashuhi to be telling us what's happening at that particular retreat where the executive and parliament are currently meeting. Moving on now, 35 people, among them police officers, have been arrested in the ongoing crackdown on the sale and manufacture of illicit brews in Kirinyaga County. Now, this comes even as the county government announced the start of the vetting exercise for all liquor outlets.
Following deaths and life-threatening conditions reported in Kirinyaga County, the government has sprung into action to curb the vice.
Mimi leo nataka kusema hivi.
During the weekend burial of the victims, Governor Anne Waiguru declared all liquor outlets and bars closed.
Bar zote zile ambazo ziko Kirinyaga County zimefungwa kutoka leo.
To this effect, a fresh vetting exercise has commenced in the county.
Arising from the death of 17 people as a result of consumption of illicit liquor, a declaration was made that all the bars and liquor outlets in Kirinyaga County be closed. And to confirm to you today that all the bars and liquor outlets in Kirinyaga County have been closed.
35 people have been arrested, among them police officers, as investigations into the sale of illicit liquor intensifies.
We have done an operation and want to confirm that all the outlets are closed except for a few who want to play some tricks on us, because they close the main door and they sell from the back door.
Among those arrested is the proprietor of Holiday Inn pub in Kutus, who was found in possession of over 100 liters of illicit brew with fake Kenya Bureau of Standards and Kenya Revenue Authority stamps. The pub has also been shut down. Police have also recovered close to 1 million shillings in cash and unknown amounts of illicit brew hidden in a manhole under the bed seized.
We want to assure bar owners that the exercise will be done in an open and transparent manner as quick as possible to ensure those who have complied with liquor licensing regulations are allowed to reopen.
At least 20 people were reported dead and several others suffering injuries, including loss of sight into the Kirinyaga disaster.
Right, let's take the top story where the president is holding an executive retreat with his members of cabinet and principal secretaries in Naivasha. At the meeting which is going on, each cabinet secretary is expected to give their scorecard as well as a way forward for various issues arising in their respective ministries. Also attending the meeting are chairs of various committees at the Council of Governors who are submitting their various pleas for consideration by the executive. Let's now talk to our reporter Ken Gashuhi via phone. Ken, good afternoon. You were just bringing us up to date with that meeting. Tell us more.
Thank you very much. Indeed, the meeting started earlier this morning where we have the president meeting the cabinet members who are giving their scorecard, what they have achieved since they took office almost 1.5 years ago, and every cabinet minister is expected to give what they have managed to achieve, the challenges, outline the challenges that they are encountering in their line of duty, and also maybe they can tell what is happening actually when it comes to or what they expect to be done for them to have to achieve the government's agenda in the next remaining period of the Kenya Kwanza's administration in office. And also present in this meeting are the members of the Council of Governors, that is the governors led by Council of Governors Chairperson Governor Anne Waiguru from Kirinyaga County, who is also bringing issues that the counties are raising or bringing to the national government, the areas of concern, among them being the equitable revenue sharing between the national government and the county government. The county governments have been pushing to have them allocated 425 billion shillings every year, while the national government has been offering 391 billion shillings every year. And this kind of disparity is what the governors are discussing with the president and the cabinet at the moment. There is also the issue of separation of powers between the county government and the national government. Some of the governors feeling that the governors or the national government is usurping powers that belong to the counties. And there is the issue of the community health promoters, which is a devolved function, but we have some of these functions being taken up by the national government. You remember earlier this week we had, last week we had the deputy president meeting with some of the community health promoters across the country, and then this is what the governors are saying, that the national government is conventing or jumping the stick, or perhaps taking over the function that should have been devolved directly to the counties instead of the national government handling that. We also have the issue of the budget making process which kicked off recently and is currently in Parliament, where the national government or the executive is proposing various budget proposals that will be discussed in Parliament. And this is one of the areas that the cabinet is also discussing here. We also have, we expect that the cabinet will also, after this meeting, maybe give a way forward on how to address various concerns that have been raised by Kenyans. That includes the issue of food security, the issue of security in various regions such as North Rift and other areas that are volatile. And we also expect that from the scorecard, maybe the president may be making some changes within his cabinet, or maybe some of the principal secretaries. Remember that the president has been very categorical in terms of ensuring that his cabinet ministers are performing as expected. And from the scorecard, report that will be tabled here, and we shall be bringing you up to date with this and more news in our subsequent bulletins. Back to you.
Right, thank you. That is Ken Gashuhi, who is monitoring for us, of course, that meeting, the retreat that is going on in Naivasha between the executive and Parliament, and President William Ruto is in attendance. So Ken Gashuhi will be bringing us that in our subsequent bulletin. Moving on.